guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Brooke. Today I'm filming something very different than what I've ever filmed. I've decided I'm gonna do a story time video for you guys. So get a snack, get in your comfy clothes, kick back, and I'm about to tell you a really creepy story that happened to me. I didn't know if I wanted to film this because when it first happened to me, I was literally so traumatized by it. But now it's been several months since then, and I'm able to talk about it without having a panic attack about what happened. Okay, so it all started, I had gotten a new job. This was around December of 2019, so last year. I started a new job, and it was close to a downtown area, so the parking situation, it wasn't all that great. They did not have employee parking, so if you wanted to park close, you either had to pay for parking, which I was not trying to do, or there was street parking you could do that was only available for a few hours, and then you have to move your car, and if you don't, you get towed. So it was just so stressful. There was a bank around the corner that had parking and stuff, so I would just park at the bank and walk to work. Well, I remember the first day that I started my job there, I was on the phone with my friend Destiny, and I was like, dude, this parking just seems so bizarre to me. I just don't feel comfortable. I was like, well, maybe I'm just in my head or whatever. It was fine during the daytime, but at night it freaked me out. And my parents always raised me to be very aware of my surroundings, so I'm very, very aware. I'm not on my phone or anything. I'm just paying attention, especially because I'm so small. Well, about 2 months go by me working there. I think it was about February at this time, and nothing ever happened. Sometimes my friend that also worked there, if we worked the same hours or something, we would both walk to our cars at the bank together. It wasn't a super far walk, but it was still a good walk. It was also more of kind of a college-y town. There's a lot of people always out and about every weekend. Every single weekend, the roads were always packed. There was people walking around, going out to eat, grabbing coffee. So it was never dead or anything. There was always people out, which also made me feel a lot more comfortable knowing that all these people are out there. Something's probably not gonna happen to me. I remember one day in February, I was getting ready to leave work. It was just me and my manager at the time. We closed up, we go to leave, go out the back door, and there's two sides of the road. So when you leave the store, you can go out left and go straight, or you could cross the street and go that way as well, or this way. So my manager and I walked down this sidewalk area. She was gonna go straight to her car, and it was time for me to cross the street because I had parked across the street. So I was walking with her, and then I heard a really weird noise. It kind of sounded like someone growling, and so I'm looking around. I'm what the heck was that? I had no idea what the heck it was. I didn't see anything, and what's so odd is nobody was out on the street. And usually it's packed with people, and there was not a soul outside. The side of the road that I needed to get to, all the businesses were closed at this time. Like I said, I parked at the bank, and on the other side of the street, that's where restaurants and stuff were, so it was more lit up on that side than the side I was on. And the street isn't that wide. I mean, it took me 2 seconds to cross the street. It's not some big wide street all the way over here. I mean, it was right there. So I'm walking to my car by myself at this point, and I'm paying attention. And usually I'll have my keys out in my hand, but I had a ton of other stuff with me. So my car, you can press the door handle if the key is close enough, and it'll just unlock the driver's side of it. So it's really easy for me to just keep my keys in my purse, so I don't have to take anything out, and just press the little button to get into my car. I have pepper spray on my keychain. So that was the one night I really, really wish I would have had my keys in my hand. So all of a sudden, I'm walking on the sidewalk. I see my car. I can see it in front of me. It's still a good walk, but I spot my car right over there. And I heard the growl So I look around, absolutely nothing, not a soul was out there. And I'm like, what the heck? Let me just get to my car as fast as I can, get in it and drive off. As I'm walking, all of a sudden I hear someone say, I'm going to take you. And I literally was like, what the actual heck? Like, what is going on? So I turn around and there is a woman, came out of nowhere. There's no possible place she could have came from except the bushes. The only thing right there was bushes. Like, I mean, there was no like doors, no place she could have been, just the bushes. I'm not kidding you, she looked possessed. I've never in my life seen someone look like this, ever. She looked like she wanted to kill me. And I turned around and I saw her hair was crazy. She looked like a psycho. She had to have been on drugs or something because she was not all there, like in the head whatsoever. So my first initial reaction was, okay, do not say a word to this lady, turn back around, walk faster, and then go straight to the car. So I'm walking literally as fast as I possibly can, thinking, oh, she's not gonna do anything, she's just being freaking weird. And I hear her scream on the top of her lungs. And as soon as I heard her scream, I freaked out so bad. I turned around and she was literally, here's me, she's right here and she has her arms out like this and she's repeating herself saying, you are mine, I'm going to take you, you're coming with me. And she's just screaming it bloody murder. And I'm like, oh my God. So then she starts running after me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what the heck do I do right now? I had no time to get to my car. Even though my car was right there, if I would have tried to run to my car and open it and get in and shut the door, she would have dove in on top of me because that's how close she was to me. I'm literally thinking to myself, what the heck do I do? Do I turn around and try to fight this lady, or do I try to go get help? I was prepared to do whatever I had to do to make sure that she did not harm me in any way. So I run past my car, still freaking the heck out. I'm screaming on the top of my lungs for anyone out there. I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get my pepper spray. There was no time for me to, move all my bags over, unzip my purse, grab my pepper spray. I'm thinking, I am an idiot. I should have had this in my hand. I always hear about stuff like this happen, but you never think something crazy like that's gonna happen to you. And I walked to my car every day by myself and I was fine. And the one time I really wish I would have had my keys in my hand with my pepper spray was that night. So I couldn't get in my car, I couldn't get to my pepper spray. She's still chasing after me. The only other person I know that is outside is my manager on the other side of the street. I don't see her anywhere, but I know she can't be that far because I literally just crossed over from her. I'm screaming her name on the top of my lungs. I don't know if she just didn't hear me or what, but I couldn't get a hold of anyone and nobody else was outside. The further I run, the more she's running after me. She's cursing at me. She's trying to grab me. I literally have never ran so fast in my entire life. And I just kept thinking I have to get to my car, or I have to get away from this lady, or get someone, or get my pepper spray. I really just didn't know what to do other than I can't let this lady grab me. This guy with his girlfriend heard me screaming and they came running over to me. And the guy was like, are you okay? And I'm like, you have to help me. I need to get to my car and I can't get to it. This lady is trying to get me. And as I'm trying to explain to this guy, I'm literally on top of this guy pretty much and freaking out. I'm like, please do not let this lady attack me. And him and his girlfriend, they were so nice. I'm so thankful that they heard me. He was like, okay, we'll get you to your car, just stay by me. This woman starts spitting and screaming at this guy, still trying to grab me. He was pretty much hovered over me because this lady was coming at him. Then she tries to come at his girlfriend and he was not having it. He literally was like, you do not want to mess with me, lady. We'll definitely regret it. And he was a bigger guy, so thank God he was there. So he gets me to my car, and the lady is going around my car trying to get to the other side. And I'm like, oh my God, like what the heck is happening right now? So I get in my car, and she's screaming at the guy saying, no, like F you, she's mine, I'm taking her. And this guy was so creeped out. He was like, do not talk to her, don't look at her, just get in your car and drive off. And I got in my car. I was literally like in so much shock. I didn't know what to do. So I just started driving, and I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, this lady tried to kidnap me. And my mom's like, you have to call the police right now. She's like freaking out. I never had to call the police for anything before. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, obviously I knew I needed to call the police, but like I didn't even know what to say. Like I was in such shock at that moment. Like I was just like, what just happened to me? I started crying, I'm freaking out, like it's all catching up to me, like my adrenaline's running off now. I spent hours that night talking to the police, filing a report, and after that I was terrified to go back to work because I didn't want to park over there. I didn't want to get out of my car. I didn't want to walk alone. I was so scared that this person was just gonna come out and, I don't know, kill me. Obviously, I don't know what she was gonna do. I mean, she could have just ran up to me, screamed at me, and ran away. I don't know. Or she could have actually taken me. When someone is saying those words to you and you're by yourself and they look like a demon coming at you, I mean, you're gonna think they're being legit. She clearly was on drugs, and I don't know, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. It just really traumatized me after that. Like, I had to have somebody walk with me to my car at night because like I was so scared the first few weeks of going back to work. But yeah, it was the most traumatizing thing that has ever happened to me. I hated every second of it. For now on, keys in the hand at all time, got the pepper spray ready. I am not taking any chances. And yeah, it was a horrible experience, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I'm one of those people that's very aware of their surroundings, but I'm also one of those people who's like, well, nothing like that has ever happened to me, so it's probably not going to. And now I realize that is a terrible way of thinking. Like, I'm not gonna live in fear and be like panicking every time I go out, but I am gonna be prepared for now on. And yeah, it was definitely a learning experience. I don't want to say it ever happen again. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone in the world. I don't know, it was crazy. So yeah, that is my story time today for you guys. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked my story time video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. Got a lot of DMs about you guys liking my videos and enjoying watching them, and that makes me so happy. So thank you guys so much for all of your love and support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to stay stellar. All right, bye guys.
Late night ballin', counting up hundreds by the thousand.